Hey, we're back. Welcome back. Also be full screen. Sorry, I just ate a whole bunch of leftover Chinese food, but you know, ate really fast. We are Technomancers. We need to escort these other Technomancers we just freed. Everybody squat now. That's great. Hey, Grandpa. Welcome. Thank you for the bits, too. Welcome. All right, it's on. Lock. I need to undo the lock. People are moving too much. Actually, not bad fighters. Technomancers! Reminds you of Shadowrun. They're climbing the walls. Good. Alright, everybody squat now. Can we steal from the fellow Technomancers? I'm pretty sure I just took 2 serum out of his butt. Take that as you will. How bizarre. I guess that wasn't some sort of coded access, just power. Wouldn't they have shut us out? Around about the same time they decided to kill us. It was before our return visit. What did I zap? Oh! As long as Phobos is with us, we can carry a ton of stuff. They have weight issues. As long as he's in the party. Kimberly drawn out of lurk mode by the cupcakes. Cupcakes sound good. Man, cupcakes sound real good.
Take this elevator straight to the sand sails. From there, the merchants will take you to Noctis.
Are you the legendary city of the merchants for real? Amazing. But what about the other Technomancers who escaped the ASC too?
Legendary city of the merchants?
Talk to the merchant running the sand sails. I'm sure he'll be able to help them too, and they can join us in Noctis with other caravans.
Zachariah.
Oh, the trade route, buddy.
What would have happened to us without you?
Right next to the legendary farmer's market. Guess we'll be paying for a rotor. We're back to Dandolo. Prince Fuckwit. Take your pick. And I guess pay for a rotor. A merchant there. Boom. Speak with Technomancer, the leader of the escaped Technomancers. Back into the exchange if we want, but that's just to buy a rotor. We can also go get a rotor after traveling elsewhere and buy a rotor back in Noctis. Damn it, and there is a rotor we could get for free if I had level 2 lockpicking, which I don't. Even though I have a talent point, and we could actually buy into level 1 traps and lockpicking. We won't have another point until level 21. Or at 17. It's impractical to think that we're going to get into that lock and get a free rotor. We're going to be buying a rotor. Maybe I should get level 1 lockpicking anyways. I wanted to get level 3 stealth. Look at level 3 stealth with me for a second. Stealth attacks no longer use fluid. I don't think I realized they did. Instantly knock the target out instead of doing some damage without making a sound. If there's a couple pathing around, take one out, knock them down. Stealth would actually work, be much more useful. Instead of just starting a fight with some extra damage, you could actually avoid fights and take people out. Or we continue to spread ourselves out and take level 1 of each box so we don't get burned on stuff. Walking by all these chests. Hey, Melga. All these chests we can't open. And occasionally something that saves us money or gets us into a spot we couldn't even get to. Ah, shit. Alright, I'm gonna get lockpicking level 1. And as soon as we do that, the next thing we run into will be a hard charisma check. Yeah, I'm a little salty. Seems like we're going through the game and it's taking a while to acquire enough points to specialize in anything, but we keep running into checks and thresholds that require that we have diversified already, or else we're left with bad options. So diversify to have good and or reasonable quest options, and specialize later. It's not unreasonable, but I was not going that way and we've gotten burned by it. Kick. We could have an increased chance of knocking people over with the kick. Knockdowns are great. Enemy on the ground, get a bunch of free hits. Try it. I think I'm over specializing, but still doing it. Take the rover, get back to Noctis, where we're at. Import zone, exchange. We'll go back to the import zone. Can we not just head back? Ilya. Scott Seeker. Lucky, not so lucky. Rotor's really that rare? The right rotor?
Zachariah, the great hero of his brothers, has returned triumphant. Amazing, against all odds, against a city. Bravo!
Prince
But
Falquet.
I don't see.
Hey, you got some shit on your face,
resembling
guy.
The great master. Is he
Dead. He sacrificed himself so we could get out.
Oh, so sad. Truly. Well, please tell your colleagues,
Go charge your phone.
brothers,
Goodwin.
they are welcome
We'll catch you
here.
in a bit.
Let them rest and regain their strength. I can only imagine what the ASC put them through. And without their great master, they must feel lost. On top of it all, feel the void for a leader among them. No?
What are you getting at?
What are you getting
Just
at?
simply that, as their hero, it might be in their best interest for you to fill that void. I don't purport to understand how these things work among your kind, through a vote or drinking game, but
Can I punch
you've
him?
earned it.
I want to punch him.
They need you to pull them back together after what they've been through. And to have a unified group of Technomancers among us to serve would be valuable beyond imagination. Think about it.
I'll think about it. But now's not the time. We need to mourn the fallen.
Swap. Armor pieces out again if we... I don't think we need these officers' uniforms anymore. Why did we ever need them? It was to get permission to use the rover or something, but I never saw it play out in any cutscene or interaction. Nobody ever... Maybe they did. I don't think anyone ever didn't attack us or let us through a checkpoint or anything because of our uniforms. It was just a checkbox. I'm wrong. Soldier's breastplate. Lucky. Bring a merchant shirt. We'll worry about Lucky's armor if we ever bring Lucky out. Looks the same as the officer's uniform. It has better protection and a slot. We'll see if a quest complains that I just took them out of it. Danger done. Dandolo. Technomancer brothers. Escape Lost Dome. Do. Melvin Mancer. Speak with Melvin Mancer, leader of the Escaped Technomancers. Also, speak with Melvin Mancer, the leader of the Escaped Technomancers. I think somebody wants us to speak with Melvin Mancer, the leader of the Escaped Technomancers. I am Escaped Technomancer. Melvin Mancer. Master Connor. That. There it is. Oh. So we just spoke to him, but we haven't reported back to him. The cutscene was in relation to one of them, but we couldn't also complete the other. We have to go to where he now is to talk to him. Calling it like I see it. Safe haven still fuzzy on why that's still active. We are at the legendary city of Noctis. We did flee Ophir and go back and flee again. Find that rotor. Merchant over there, down a level. Or... oh, we've got secondary quests showing up again. Sorry for all the menu bouncing, but I forget every once in a while that secondary quests are part of what's clogging up my map and my brain. The rotor we didn't buy was, I believe, 200 serum back in Noctis. Let's see what he wants here.
Go on. What do you think?
Huh. I didn't really get a good look, but I noticed they seem a bit lost here.
Yeah, I'm back.
Absolutely.
Welcome, welcome. What's your pleasure? What are you looking for?
This is the guy with the Sharpie mustache.
I'm looking for spare parts for a rover. A stator, a rotor, and a thermic regulator.
I have a rotor, if you want. The rest, those are rare pieces you're after, you know.
Same 200, and
Here.
that's how close we are to
That
being
price,
broke.
though,
It's brand new, from what I know. It came from a mechanic who took it from one of those big wind turbines. Take it, it's yours.
thanks.
Power outages.
Damn!
I know it's those thieves. They dismantle the wind turbines piece by piece and resell them piece by piece. They must be damn crazy to steal from their own city's electricity generators.
Like the piece we just got. What he was talking about, we just ended up with one of those rotors. Yeah, people keep making us do shitty things in this game. Including you, Amelia. We got,
Hi, Zach.
that's right,
How
this
are
is
you?
for you.
Hello, Amelia. I'm fine, thanks.
Give the spare parts. Better come around.
What's good, Zachariah? Got my parts yet?
As promised, rotor,
I know
stator,
she
and
sounds all
thermic
perky and
regulator.
nice, but she's not nice.
Nice work. Keep up like that and you might start growing on me again. We're gonna get my baby back on the road.
I guess she runs hot and cold. Start the repairs. Sure.
Great. Now that I've got everything, I can actually start on the repairs. But it's gonna take a day, at least. And once I start, I'm gonna be neck deep in it, so if you need me for anything
I don't need you.
else, I ain't gonna be available.
I don't need you, Amelia. Repair it now.
Works for me. Sure you'll be able to get it working again, soon enough.
Damn straight. Even if you lost your legs, I could get you going again. Now get out and let me work.
Alright, she needs some time. We'll give her time. Then that should complete the missions Dandolo, Prince Fuckwit, has assigned to us. And I don't know that this is or isn't bugged, that it's telling us Leo Fear and get to the legendary city of Noctis, and we did that a stream ago. Okay. Wait for the rover to be repaired. And go speak with Melvin Mancer, leader of the escaped Technomancers.
Zachariah, I've got something I need to ask you.
And I've got something I need to ask you.
Zachariah, I am glad to see you. What you did, what you risked for us, no one will ever forget. We lost many, and for that, we are mourning. But we can at least celebrate that because of you, the Order has not disappeared.
We're brothers and sisters. We stand together.
Yes, and others have joined us too, you know. The merchants spread the word to those who are still in hiding. But for those non-initiated and those who passed, we are all here. Did the Great Master manage to tell or give you anything before he passed, before his sacrifice?
He told me to watch over the Order, gave me a tablet. He'd managed to translate the text of the relic I'd brought back from an excavation in Aurora.
And what did it say?
It talks about an important research base, the largest the settlers ever built on Mars, one that was in contact with Earth. It had a beacon. Unfortunately, it didn't say where the base was, only the location of a smaller dome that housed some of the larger base's scientists.
Then we must find it. Oh, I can feel it, Zachariah. We are so close to contacting Earth again.
For the glory of
But I have
mankind.
the feeling we're not the only ones who know about it, though. Thanks to Alan, the ASC might have gotten their hands on the tablet while the Great Master was being held.
Alan? How could he betray our order? We have to beat the ASC to that dome. What can I do to help?
Ask to become a great master? Oh, is that what Dandolo wanted us to do? Ask about the search for Earth. I suppose we'll ask both.
Dozens of Technomancers have spent years trying to re-establish contact with Earth. What can you tell me about that?
Well, first, that search has been stalled for years. At the beginning, of course, we collected anything relating to the settlers. Most of the relics, though, turned out to be just simple tools. The wars and our inability to travel out of our infrastructure had all but squashed the opportunity to explore. This is the first time that we have been freed of our yokes, free to explore again. What limits our work, though, is that few of us can read the settlers' secret writings. A gift, I believe, only the Great Master had. And with the most important knowledge having been written in that language. What we know, though, is that there is, in fact, an intact beacon somewhere. That there are still many undiscovered sites. And now today, with you, we have a hope again to find it.
Right. Rango Unchained. Hola, Rango. Getting a crew together. Huh? Action, how are ya? Do. Waiting for the rover. Maybe we have one thing we can report back to Dandolo with still. Definitely waiting on that, but we might have one thing we can report back.
Zachariah? Come. A moment, please, if you will.
Come. Who is that? Master Connor. Master Connor, we'll be right back.
Zachariah, what can I do for you?
We found the Aurora convoy you wanted us to hit.
Oh, yes. So we were given keys to a chest with the uniform spares we were to bring back as proof that we defeated them, that we killed them. This guy here wants to start a war, provoke a war, continuation of a war. And fuck it.
Convoy attack went off as planned. We left the witnesses and brought back the uniforms.
Oh, delightful. And these uniforms, so spotless after a bloody battle. You deserve a round of applause for fighting like such a gentleman.
He may have
Now,
figured
if
it
I had
out,
a choice, I wouldn't assign you a new mission so quickly. But alas, it's urgent. Remember earlier when I told you Ophir's Vori have their sights set on Noctis? Want a foothold in my city that'll let them reach the other corporations? Well, the thought's been eating at me. Makes me sick to think of their violence intruding on this city. Luckily, up till now,
Back to work, Grandpa.
it was just a distant threat.
All right, ladies and gentlemen.
Scuffles in our fair
We'll catch
city
you on the flip
and
side. Have a good one,
attitudes of
Grandpa.
Some of our
Good to see
newer
ya.
inhabitants make me wonder why they haven't already found their way in.
What do you want me to do exactly?
Investigate. Suss it out. You know the Vori. Their methods, probably even some of their members. If they're here, I'm sure you'll see them. When you do, lure them out. Then kick them out. We don't want them here. Oh, one more thing, probably nothing. I'm sure you're aware the ASC now controls Ophir. And, as I'm sure you can imagine, its constant surveillance makes it difficult for our underground matters. All thanks to new asinine restrictions created daily, like a tightening noose. So I need you to smuggle some of our merchandise in through the city's underworks, as you call it, to one of our clients. And since I know you know them well, it should
Someone
be a
wake me up when
cakewalk
he's
for
done.
you. And lucrative. Very lucrative. My property manager will give you the goods.
I'll do my best.
I don't know, there's just something about the voice of a total shyster that puts me to sleep. Or makes me throw up a little in my mouth. It kind of depends on the particular shyster. Okay. That Connor? Connor's downstairs. Technomancer? Connor someone. Anyways, he's down. Connor's downstairs. Presence of the Vori. Merchandise to be taken to Ophir. Any of those secondary turn off? No. None of them are secondaries. More stuff for Dandolo. Investigate the presence of the Vori. Obtain the merchandise to be taken to Ophir. And waiting on that. Wait, wait, wait.
Zachariah, come. A moment, please, if you will.
Master Connor.
You wanted to see me?
Yes. Yes, I've been expecting you. I saw a young man with a missing arm that I know from somewhere.
You know Lucky?
If memory serves correct, yes. And you did as well. Started your apprenticeships together. But in that life, he carried the name Andrew. And like you, he came not from a family of Technomancers either.
Starting to ring a bell. It was an accident too, yes?
Indeed, he was simply too powerful to instruct. Filled with an overabundance of fluid we did not know how to control. So he overloaded, destroying part of the school, wounding you, losing his own arm.
Jeez, there are ways to deal with too much
I
fluid.
always believed he'd
I don't have
died
to wait
back
until
then.
you explode.
We acted in haste, out of fear, to hide our incompetence. Having never seen such power before, let alone from a child. So we stole him away, spread rumor he had died, and paid a merchant to care for him. One who gave his word that he could find a teacher able to instruct the child on how to master the fluid.
And so Andrew was taught how to control his fluid, but never how to utilize it into technomancy ever again. And you think he still resents you for it?
Would not you? Would not we all? Which is why we must help him now become the Technomancer he might have been, had we not failed him.
But without his arm, how could he use his abilities?
The equipment will need to be adapted, but we must find a way, Zachariah. Perhaps with your friend Scott's assistance. One way or another, we must give him help to allow ourselves redemption.
I'm sure he'd be happy to do what he can. Thank you, Connor.
Speak with Andrew. It's gonna be like Gollum. Smeagol? Well, okay, we're up there. Investigate the Vori. You again? Why does this merchant seem to have all these connections to our quest? Can I get in there and talk to him, please?
Welcome, welcome. What's your pleasure? What are you looking for?
Dandolo asked me to check in with everyone around here. Just wondering if you've been a victim of threats, extortion, or robbery lately.
Look, why are you looking to rock the boat, huh? There are men that you don't want to mess with. But if the prince trusts you... Yeah, a couple of scary-looking guys have been making the rounds, threatening a bunch of us. We pay them loads of serum or they say they'll bankrupt us. Those that said no are slowly losing their businesses.
How's that?
Their merchandise is getting stolen or ruined. One got beat on his way home. The rest of us are staying scared and paying what they want.
Where can I find them? Nah, don't worry. They won't bother you after I'm done.
Yeah, just don't make things worse for us, you know? The ones I've seen hang around the center of the market.
Then that's where I'll go. Relax. It's gonna be over soon.
Mellow. This music is more mellow
They killed my husband!
than the music we had in this area before, which was pretty frantic.
Sir, I'm
Different
sorry
piece, right?
I heard you help people around the city. Heard you had compassion for those in need. I'm sorry. My name is Carlotta.
Zachariah Mancer. What can I do for you?
It's my husband. He's gone. He just... I know he's dead. I know it. Whoever did it, please. Find whoever did this to him. Find those men.
What men, ma'am? You saw men take your husband?
No, I mean, I don't know. Some men came to find him a while ago. Threatened him, saying they wanted him to pay him serum in return for their protection. He said no, and their threats got worse.
I'm thinking it would be funny if she
Then
stood a
one
little
morning,
to the side and
when
the
I
bell
wasn't
was
there,
resting on her head.
Something happened at the shop. Everything was overturned, broken, and Fabio was gone.
Fabio?
I know they did it.
Not
All right,
Fabio.
all right. It sounds like the Vori. And if it is, unfortunately, I don't think we're gonna find your husband alive either. I'm sorry. But do you know where I could find them?
Last time I saw them, they were around the community soup. Please, please make them pay for what they did.
I'll do my best to find them, ma'am. You've got my word.
How'd you cut your thumb? It's cutting avocados, wasn't it?
Zachariah. That man who disappeared, he ain't gonna be found alive. And Ophir's mob's just pouring into Noctis with their violence. We need
You'll
to
try
get them
tomorrow.
out.
No! No!
Do I see Vori and Noctis? No, look at that, I do. Your cover's blown. Get out.
Sure. Right after you.
Fight? There's the charisma check. No, really. You first.
I want to make sure you understand a few things. First, I'm a Technomancer. Second, you know someone that can get shocked so bad that they permanently forget their own name, right? I suggest you think about those two things while you start packing.
You think whatever you could do to us, our boss wouldn't do worse. Think again, pal.
Okay, bye now.
Stalking's not doing the job. How about we try another tactic?
The toggles, I did not mean to turn the shield on or the electric off on my weapon. That's okay. That's right, kick the air. Kick the Vori out. Literally? Off. On. Wax on, wax off. Quen on, Quen off. This guy? That's not Letho. We saw Letho earlier. That's Canderous. Canderous Phobos of Clan
Hey
Ordo.
there. I was told to come find you.
Looking to smuggle merchandise to Ophir? You've come to the right place. Hope Dandolo explained the risks.
Not really, but I know Ophir well enough. You probably just didn't want to worry me.
You may think you know the city well, pal, but you've never tried to go through it with contraband. You find yourself caught by customs agents or guards, and they ain't gonna slap your wrist. Good luck.
I know you're wondering about the origins of the contraband. Listen.
No, don't really
Dandolo
care.
isn't the kind of person who will willingly lose clients. It doesn't really matter what's in here. There isn't enough to put the people of Ophir in any real danger.
Good.
I figured that might be the case, but I'm getting the impression that I'm acting as a delivery boy.
No shit,
Maybe you
huh?
could learn something from all this. Nothing's
Well,
ever
that
as it
never
seems
happens.
when Dandolo is involved.
Talk to Lucky. Hey,
I just want to offer you some help. I can't give
Andrew.
you back everything you've lost. The years, the arm, the joy. But I may be able to give you back something.
Some things can't be healed, Rogue. Like that scar across your face. I'm guessing you got it the day I lost everything. And was reduced to a sad, broken, armless shadow of what I might have been.
That's deep and
Some things can't
confusing.
be healed, but most can be mended, friend. Let me ask around. It might be a long shot, but maybe you'll find a new reason to call yourself lucky again. We'll find someone who can lead you back to your gifts. I promise.
I may be bitter, but I'm no less grateful. Thank you, Zachariah. A little show of kindness goes a long way.
I'm sorry, what now? What? He's forcing his way into the party? Andrew is very effective. Are we like going on a loyalty quest? Is that what's happening? You're forcing someone out of the party. This companion cannot be removed from the team. That's not why I came over to talk to Lucky. He is not taking... There's only one choice. I'm sorry, Nisha. Lucky just stole your spot. Why? Find a way for Andrew to regain his abilities. Well, what if I want to do that later? Too late. Which beautiful man? The beautiful man missing an arm, or the beautiful man who looks like a super mutant? Trying to interpret what I'm seeing. And it looks like there isn't clear destination to progress this quest. I hope we can ditch him for now. Really do. Sorry, Andrew, but find a way for Andrew to regain his abilities. I don't know. I mean, I could Google it, but that's not how I like playing games. I would hope to find the information in here. All right, we've had some conversations. We could drag him to talk to Connor, Master Connor. Drag him over there, see if he wants to talk to Master Connor. Let's do that. But if that doesn't work, grrr. Right. Doors, no, maybe not the right. Over here? Palace entrance. Yes, Prince's apartments. That's where we need to go. I went the wrong way. Could have gone up the ladder. And Connor's there somewhere. Still just assuming that Connor's going to advance the quest even though there's no marker. All best. Yeah, the multiple personality super mutant that was in the otherwise abhorrent Dead Money DLC in New Vegas. But that's also the one that had dog or god in it, right?
My dear
Same one.
Zachariah, splendid to see you again.
Good to see you too. How have you been?
As well as can be hoped for, and that is good. How can I help you?
Brought your friend Andrew. Andrew, he's standing next to me.
You know Andrew, yes?
My knowledge of him is tainted by the guilt.
Standing
I
right
feel for
there.
him, having been tasked as his professor. A brilliant boy, indeed,
I guess
with
that didn't
boundless
work.
talent. And kind. A born leader whose power, despite all efforts, transformed him into a living bomb of unfathomable power, whose strength we only learned of at his and our expense. I wish him only peace, that he might discover his abilities, supported by friends and loved ones as it should have been. Perhaps that is where you might come in, to fix our past shortcomings.
No, in the flesh. This man, hey. So that's just bizarre because... Thoughts? Anybody have any thoughts? We've got Andrew with us. He just forced his way into the party. It's a secondary quest, not even a primary quest. Feels kind of like a loyalty mission, but he just forced his way into the party. We can't ditch him. And we also don't have a marker for his quest. Find a way for Andrew to regain his abilities. But Master Connor was the one who got us started on Lucky as Andrew is. Let's chat him up.
Hey.
Hey, back.
A back. But what a ditch this guy. Nothing against Lucky Andrew, but we were doing missions that didn't involve him. He's got one arm and he's a melee character. That might sound like a bad joke, but I'm sure he's fine. However, Nisha was a ranged character and he just took her spot. This is a problem, yes? We have other missions to do. Let's see if we can ditch him back on the platform. So if anybody happens to know or has any guesses, suggestions about what to do to either ditch him or do his quest, set up your team. Lucky cannot be removed from the team. Sucks, we have got to do his mission, apparently. You can, I did miss it. You can say it. Please. Please, please, please. Say it. Please. You can say anything. Good. We have no blind rules in place for this. Just, earn Andrew's approval. Eventually, the quest will unlock. We can either lose an hour of progress or keep this guy in the party in place of a more useful character until we have earned his approval, which is a maybe in an RPG. Like, what if we don't care about him and neglect him throughout the quest and don't ever want to learn Lucky's approval? It's too late. He's in the party now. We're just fucked. He's in the party permanently until he likes us. No! Hell no. I'll take an hour hit. Or walk. Come on, I was back to enjoying the game. Game, don't jerk me off like that. Check this autosave, but he's already in the party with that one. He's already in the party. I'm thinking. I'm sorry, my threshold for bullshit is non-existent right now, so. Makes various things difficult that would normally be manageable with, who cares? But right now, I lack such a threshold, it doesn't exist. Things go from 0 to deal breaker. We've helped Amelia, we've paid her debt, she forgot her wallet, we gave her cash, we fixed her tools, we got her parts, she's still suspicious. Nisha has been fighting with us for 3 hours today and a couple hours in the previous stream, and she's still suspicious. We've been doing main quests with her. Phobos, we helped the mutants so much so that he joined our party and has been questing with us since the previous stream, and he's still suspicious. If we take Lucky with us and expect him to come around from being suspicious anytime soon, that's not gonna happen. Now, in addition to other things that I was told or warned about or that were suggested, one thing that came up at the end of the other stream is that we're not very far in the main story. At the end of the last stream, we were probably not 20% of the way through the main story. And I have no intention of playing this for 60 hours. All right, we spent 60 hours in Origins. We're not spending 60 hours here. It's like, it's relationship. I mean, they don't, suspicious. It means don't trust. Not trusting. So we're not friendly. And if he needs to, if we need to build up a relationship with him before his quest can be progressed, and he's stuck in our party until his quest can be progressed, then game just broke for us. Or we can go back an hour, lose an hour's progress, and never talk to this guy, because when we talk to him, it will start a cutscene where he forces his way into the party. Point is, I won't accept that I no longer have control over my party choice because this dickhead just forced his way in. That's an unacceptable game mechanic. Lose an hour sounds better. So, it's either lose an hour or quit the game. These are now the choices. Nope. Yes. But I don't care. I mean, I'm not high. Just tell me what you want. I'm not hiding from info about the game. I simply have not played the game before. No blind rules are in place. Hey, Chi. You've seen them all be. Yeah, I just don't want to invest the time. Oh, I believe it can be done. Of course it can be done. It would be pretty silly if they had the mechanic and it couldn't be done. But I'm not you know, I was going to ignore some of the party members, use the ones that are most functional in combat, or, hey, Technomancers, turns out we're mutants, so it's especially appropriate to have the big mutant guy who increases my storage capacity, kicks ass, and is also a mutant, and I like him. And he reminds me of Canderous. So, anyways, just... I think this one is going to take way too long to finish to be... I'd like it enough to play it. I'd like to keep playing it. I wish we didn't get hung up. I wish I didn't get us hung up on stupid shit, but it's, there it is again. Okay, I don't think I can do Witcher right now. I know that must sound weird. I don't think I can do Witcher right now. I don't know what we're doing, but I don't think I want to play with Lucky in the party. Let's roll back. Let's just roll back an hour. In the last hour didn't happen. Try what for the rest of the stream? We're all the way back here. We haven't even escaped with the Technomancers. Rational evaluations of the situation need not apply. It's not because we don't like the guy, Iceman. He's all right. Here's our party. It's more complicated than that. Different classes. So I'm a close combat melee, and Phobos is a big ass super mutant melee. The only ranged we have in the party is Nisha. She's a rogue. She's got a gun and a blade. But it's not just that she's the only ranged we had in the party, and I didn't want to swap out the guy who takes my carry capacity from 200 or 250 all the way up to 500. Phobos is not leaving the party. We have party choice, right? We can only have ourselves and 2 others in the party. So who we pick, it's an RPG, matters. There's a place where you can go to select your party. They all stand around. If we go from this main area to this main area, everybody comes with us. So we can select our party here, or we can select our party there. But what just happened is, I had a secondary quest to talk to one of my companions. And it triggered a cutscene, which led to the party selection, where he locked himself in as a party member, and we can no longer... I either have to ditch my tank or my ranged to fit the guy with 1 arm and a mace who wants to complete a secondary quest about regaining his... It's basically a loyalty mission. But we can't do the loyalty mission because we don't have enough of a relationship built with the character. Suspicious. In fact, our relationship is suspicious with everybody still. And according to the internets, we need to build up a reputation with him before his quest will properly unlock and we can do it. And how do we build up that reputation? We play the game with that character. So we have just been denied party choice because of a secondary loyalty quest for a character we haven't had any previous interactions with. It's just like, boom, do this, that's it. We just lost one of the 2 party slots. So I'm not okay with that, and I'm gonna be stubborn and draw a line. And our last save was an hour before. The autosave had the guy in the party. So we either use him instead of having a party selection, or we roll back, lose an hour's progress, and never talk to that guy. Ever. Or we don't talk to Master Connor over at the palace, so Master Connor doesn't give us the secondary quest, whereby if we interact with one of our party members, he then forces himself in. No choice on taking him on is no bueno. Not cool. You can say whatever you want, Iceman. If there's something I'm missing, there's no blind rules here. You don't have to say anything, but if you want to say, that sounds like you're overreacting, you can say that. And if you think that sounds no bueno too, something or nothing. But RPGs aren't for me about being forced into doing certain things. Quite the opposite. Yeah, you've warned me a lot, Chronic, and certainly did warn me. Well, that's too bad, because we won't be talking to Lucky. Or at least we won't be talking to Master Connor. You want to tell me that I have to take on a certain party member to do that party member's loyalty mission? Yeah, I agree. But if, as a game, you want to tell me that since I interacted with someone, now's the time, there's no choice. Would you like to take this party member on? Once you begin this quest, you will have to keep this character in your party until you complete the quest. Would you like to continue? It's, you know, I think I'm being extremely patient with the game's rough edges, and I'm here playing it out of support for a smaller dev. But there are lines to be crossed personally for me, and the game has crossed a few. We've tried to move past them. I've needed your help to get past them. There are some things I have a generally low threshold for in games. But, that's normally. I don't have much of a threshold for anything right now. Okay, I got a client calling who's freaking out. I am going to take this call. I'll be back.